Thor and Loki have a secret older sister, and it's not Hela like the MCU would make you think.
How so, Loki? Nothing was taken and the world tree is undamaged. If this was an act of war, it was a feeble one indeed.
And that sister is named Angela, or Aldrif Odinsdottir. And the way that Norse names are, if you don't know, it's that it is the name of your father with daughter or son after it. So like Loki, Laufey's son, or Laufey-dottir is the son and daughter of Laufey. And then you have Thor, Odin's son, and you have Aldrif Odinsdottir. But she is the firstborn child of Odin and Freyja. She ends up getting taken from them after Heven, who is the 10th realm in Asgard and all of that. But this happens when Heaven, which is where the angels live, and the angels are these really selfish, like materialistic beings that live in the 10th realm of the 9 but 10 realms. These people were being paid by Odin to secretly hunt Asgardians that were trying to go to Earth to hunt humans for sport. But because they were so materialistic, they were willing to take money from Asgard's enemies to then go against Asgard. Jotunheim asked them to strategize for them, and the angels proposed an alliance to kind of bring all of Asgard's enemies against Asgard. And when they said no, they ended up preparing for war. And when the angels started preparing for war, they also asked Odin if he would want to pay them to just stop the war before it started, and Odin was really appalled that they were so materialistic that they went this far to start a war, that they would just be paid off to finish, so he said no. And so the War of Angels and Asgard started. While Odin and Freyja were in Heaven, the Queen of Angels actually went to Asgard and stole Aldrif away, telling Odin and Freyja to retreat or their child would die. And when they refused, she ended up stabbing Aldrif and leaving her to die. Following this, Odin cut off Heaven and the angels from the 9 realms and Yggdrasil. But Aldrif did still survive. She was taken by Loreal to actually be raised in Heaven as her child. Loreal is one of the queen's handmaidens, and she ended up changing Aldrif's name to Angela. In Heaven, Angela was made fun of for being wingless, and she kind of was raised pretty decently for, Heaven standards. They are not great in general. Loreal ends up leaving mysteriously, and Angela continues to grow on her own and eventually becomes leader of the hunt. Angela meets Sarah, her future partner, when there is a monster attacking a temple. Sarah is a monk-like angel who was confined to temples to try to learn spellcasting. And after Sarah helped her defeat the monster, Angela repaid the debt by freeing Sarah. And over time, she started seeing Sarah romantically. During War of the Realms, she ends up sensing that Heaven is reopened by Thor and Loki and returns to Asgard, beating up Thor but keeping him alive because Loki is technically on the side of the angels as their mistress of strategies for the moment. Loki ends up leading the angels to Asgard under the pretense that they are off to destroy it, and that actually gives Thor the chance to escape and fight Angela again. Thor and Angela are only stopped from fighting when Odin returns from his exile and recognizes Angela as his daughter and offers to let her stay on Asgard, but because she was raised by the angels, she sees Asgardians as her enemy and refuses, which means she's not allowed in Heaven or in Asgard, so she is effectively homeless. She ends up exploring other realms. When her younger sister was kidnapped, there is the youngest sister for the Odin family. She ends up escaping to Vanheim to steal a wedding dress from Heimdall's wife. The important thing about this wedding dress is because Heimdall is all-seeing, this dress makes it so that Heimdall can't actually see the person wearing it because it would ruin the first look. When she ends up donning this really cool wedding dress armor look, she ends up being unable to be seen by Heimdall and runs off with the Guardians of the Galaxy. She is prepared to leave Asgard for good with Sarah, but ends up finding out that Sarah is not in fact Sarah, but is Malekith in disguise as Sarah, and Sarah was imprisoned in Hell and could not escape because Freyja had put a curse on all of the angels' souls who end up in Hell to stay in Hell. This leads Angela to go to Hell to save Sarah, and she ends up going on a 3-trial quest to do so. And this is where she meets Leah of Hell. Leah of Hell is Hela's handmaiden made by Hela's hand, brought to life. That is a tongue twister. And she ends up helping Angela through a lot of her trials. Last trial she has to face is actually living through a life without Sarah. And she does end up getting through it and defeating Hela and becoming the queen of Hell herself. After she defeats Hela, she ends up breaking the curse that Freyja put on her sisters so they are not bound to Hell in the future, gave Leah her freedom so she can leave Hell as well, and gives Sarah her life back. After that, she stops being queen, gives Balder all of the power, and moves to New York with Sarah and Leah to start a life there. And they bring Thori, and Thori is also one of my favorite Marvel animals. I love Thori a lot. While Angela has also gone on plenty of adventures since the move to New York, it would be a very long video if I did everything that Angela has ever done, so I'm going to stop there. Hopefully that is enough to understand who Angela is, because she will be introduced in Marvel Rivals here soon, hopefully as one of the playable characters, and I saw a lot of people asking about who she was, and I love her very much, and I just think she is so cool, and I cannot wait to see the design. It's going to be so good. But she has become closer with her Asgardian family to the point where she actually does help Thor try to be a better Allfather, because he's not always good with it, so she definitely comes and hangs out. She helped-ish Loki during their presidential campaign, so she comes and pops in every once in a while. But I hope this helped answer the question of who Angela is in the Marvel Universe, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know what your favorite Thor character is, or who your favorite Asgardian is, or who your Marvel Rivals main is. I would love to hear in the comments down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon to get notified when Geek posts something, and I will see you guys later. Remember to stay geeky. Bye!